Lily-Rose Depp glided through the hallowed halls of Paris Fashion Week like a ghost from Chanel's storied past, her presence at Matthieu Blazy's debut collection a poetic full circle for the house that birthed her style. At 26, the actress-model hybrid, offspring of Johnny Depp's brooding charisma and Vanessa Paradis' ethereal grace, found herself utterly spellbound, her front-row perch a vantage to a revolution in tweed and tulle. The fashion world was electric with upheaval, creative directors shuffling like chess pieces across luxury's board, from Gucci's raw edge under Demna to Dior's singular vision via Jonathan Anderson. But Chanel? The anticipation for Blazy's inaugural outing was seismic, a seismic shift following Virginie Viard's exit, and whispers from insiders promised a return to the house's whimsical roots with a modern twist. Depp, no stranger to the camellia-scented fray, emerged from the Grand Palais not just impressed, but emotionally ensnared, declaring one gown her future bridal fantasy, a white silk apparition that had her eyes misting with matrimonial mirage. I was blown away. I almost could have cried, it was so beautiful. It was so cinematic. I'm really grateful that I got to be here. It was so spectacular to be able to see Matthieu's first collection in person and what it means for the future of Chanel, she confided to Harper's Bazaar post-show, her voice a hush of reverence. Blazy, the Bottega Veneta alum whose leather knot wonders turned heads, infused Chanel with his sculptural poetry. 77 looks that danced between 20s flapper flair and 80s power padding, all threaded with the house's interlocking CS and quilted motifs. It was a love letter to Gabrielle Coco herself, fierce, feminine, forever forward, yet laced with Blazy's quiet innovation, like chainmail veils draping over bias-cut slips. Depp, clad in a navy miniskirt and matching double-breasted jacket, lattice tights and black pumps completing the schoolgirl gone siren vibe, embodied the youthful Chanel archetype, poised yet playful, heritage humming in her veins. Her bond with the house is dynastic, a silver spoon legacy dipped in privilege and pageantry. Mother Vanessa Paradis has been a Chanel constant since 1991, her gamine allure fronting campaigns and strutting collections for 34 years, from Pearlstrand ads to the iconic Coco handbag that became a status sacrament. Lily-Rose, a spitting image in those wide-set eyes and rosebud lips, stepped into those footsteps at 15 over a decade ago, her first gig a pearlescent ad that had pundits cooing Mini Vanessa. She's walked the runway sparingly but memorably, her finale flourish in January 2017 a pink tiered silk gown, arm in arm with the late Karl Lagerfeld, the Kaiser himself beaming as she closed his couture show. These days she's the reliable front row fixture, her seat a barometer of Chanel's muses, beside Naomi Campbell one season, Pharrell Williams the next. But Blazy's era feels personal. Depp's investment runs deeper, a torch passed from Paradis' bohemian nonchalance to her daughter's polished poise. Amid the runway's parade, models in camellia corsages and tweed turbans, skirts blooming like inverted bouquets, Depp's gaze locked on a single silhouette, a draped white satin dress, gathered at the front and fastened at the hip with a blooming flower, its silk whispering of bridal bliss. There was a white silk dress that was my favorite with the flowers that was insane. I want to wear that on my wedding day, it was so gorgeous, she gushed, the words tumbling out like a schoolgirl's vow. No ring yet. Her romance with rapper 070 Shake, simmering since 2023, is all low-key PDAs and festival flirts, but the fantasy flickered vivid. It's a gown that marries Chanel's bridal legacy, think Lagerfeld's Versailles spectacles, with Blazy's tactile romance, fluid lines that drape like a lover's sigh, the floral clasp a nod to Coco's garden obsessions. Depp envisions it against Santorini sunsets or Paris rooftops, a union of her dual worlds, Hollywood's glare and haute couture's hush. This isn't whimsy, it's woven into Depp's DNA. It's something I've always been familiar with and that I've always admired, through my mum and looking up to the woman that she is and wanting to dress like her and look like her when I was a kid. Chanel has always been inextricably linked with that, she reflected, her words a bridge from nursery play to runway perch. Paradis' influence is omnipresent, the effortless chic of a Breton stripe or pearl choker, lessons in loving without labels. Depp's style manifesto? Woman-led, not trend-chasing. I guess I've always admired the women around me more than, necessarily, what's going on in the fashion world or what's on trend. I've always loved my mum's style, my grandma's style, my aunt's style and my girlfriend's. I feel we rub off on each other. It's a sorority of sway, grandma's heirlooms, aunt's bold prints, girlfriend's shared closets, crafting a wardrobe that's collaborative collage. Blazy's collection, distinct yet devoted, captures that spirit, a Chanel for the scrollers and the salons, where tweed meets tech fabrics and empowerment whispers in every stitch. Depp's front row uniform, that navy ensemble sharp as a quill, epitomized it. Timeless tweed reimagined for the TikTok age, lattice tights a textural twist on legwear lore. The show was a sensory symphony. Debussy strains underscoring striding models, scents of jasmine and leather mingling in the air, the Palais's vast nave transformed into a modernist maze of mirrors and chains. Post-show, the after-party swirled with champagne sabers and star sightings. Depp toasting Blazy amid a crush of Charlize Theron's and Zendaya's. Her laughter alight amid the luxe. For Depp, Chanel's not commerce, it's compass. From The Idol sets to Nosferatu premieres, her red carpets riff on the house. Pearl-embellished minis, tweed tailors that nod to her model's poise. Blazy's bow? A fresh chapter, one where her wedding daydream feels less distant, more destined. In a season of seismic shifts, Depp's declaration is a stake. Chanel endures because it evolves, just like the women who wear it, layered, lovely legacies in the making.